Hello and welcome aboard BDE Travels in our Camino de Santiago. In our last episode, we left the town of Leon. We walked through Abajo del Camino in the municipality of San Andrés del Rabanero. A few hours later, we reached La Virgen del Camino and its peculiar church. There we met a lady who told us about the alternate route in the Camino. In today's episode, we'll walk the alternate route between Leon and Hospital de Orbigo. We'll cross the town of Ocina de la Valdocina. We'll cross the town of Chozas de Abajo, Villar de Mazarife, and Villamante. In our way there, we came across Nelson, a French pilgrim. We walked through many farms and reached the 300-kilometer marker. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel as we continue here on BDE Travels in the Camino de Santiago. Well, folks, this is day 23, I believe, on our Camino de Santiago. We're just crossing the Church of San Marco on our way to, I have no idea where we're going today. Well, you'll see in the video when we finish up. Just a quick reminder, if you're coming up to this point, you have to be very careful because there are two caminos that meet. There's the Camino de San Salvador that actually goes up the north side of the cathedral, and then the Camino de Santiago comes on this side. So be careful, because if you start following the wrong arrows, you probably end up in Oviedo instead of Santiago. So we're starting our day here. BDE Travels, hope you enjoy the rest of the day with us. Stay with us. Again, leaving the Church of San Marcos, make sure you turn to the left. If you turn to the right, you'll be doing the Camino San Salvador, and you will end up in Oviedo. Well, folks, leaving La Virgen del Camino, there are two routes that you can take. You can either parallel the road, which is usually what most of the pilgrims do. It's shorter than if you take the left. If you take the left, you go through a little bit more towns, or you want to go a little bit more on the countryside. This time around, I'm doing the countryside, and we'll see how that plays out. I just saw a few pilgrims. They took the other route because it's shorter. You see, from La Virgen del Camino, usually people stop at Hospital de Orbigo. It's around 8:30 on this time around. And we'll see how everything plays out today. The sun's about to come out. And here we go. Well, folks, I'm entering the next town after La Virgen del Camino. It's called Fresno del Camino. Just a few houses around here, but I tell you what, it's a lot quieter if you come this way. Not many cars. Usually the other pilgrims, they take the other route and they go through Villarangos del Páramo, which is paralleling the main road. But over here, just once again, a few cars. The roads are clean, well marked, and a lot more quiet. You have to cross over the bridge on the highway and come over on this side, and not bad, not bad. So we're gonna keep on walking, going out to the next town. Well, folks, just reaching the town of Olcina de la Valdecina. There's an albergue right here. It's called Albergue El Pajar. Small town, not much to see, but sometimes it's a good place to rest for people that are leaving Leon and don't want to get the hassle of being in a really big city. So we continue on the alternative route here on the Camino de Santiago. All right, folks, well, this is the alternative route out of La Virgen del Camino, going towards Hospital de Orbigo. The good thing about it, like I mentioned before, is that you are alone, and the pastors, since the pandemic is still in Spain, there's not a lot of people out on the streets and up and about. So the towns are usually empty. Even in the morning, people start coming out like around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which usually you get into your albergue or your hostel, your hotel at that time. But right now I'm all alone. You know, from the last couple of towns, and then now the Camino actually turned into a more of a unpaved road. There's not towns around, other than the last one that we saw there. They were putting up some bricks up in the sidewalks, but that's about it. It's calm and collective, I might add. It's just quiet and very peaceful. So today in the morning, I'm enjoying this a lot. It's very peaceful. The temperature is just perfect. A little bit of overcast skies now, but other than that, it's really nice. So, you know, I'm glad that you are with me walking the Camino de Santiago, even though it's virtually, but I like your company. I like to have you with me, and at least I get a chance to talk to someone, even if it's through the camera. So I hope you're enjoying our series. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Up here, I'm going to put a link to the other videos, so make sure you watch them. And Danilis, I just remember Danilis. She will love to have a like. For her, a like is like a sunflower. If you saw the live broadcast that we did a couple of days ago, so for her, every like that we get, it's a sunflower for her. So she's asking if everybody loves her. So yes, we love her. We'll give her a like on this video also. So stay with us here in BDE Travels in the Camino de Santiago. Well, folks, from BDE Travels, I just met someone. He's from France, Nelson.
Hello.
So Nelson has been walking for the last how many months?
Mhm.
For many months.
Yeah.
And you said you went to Croatia?
Yeah. I work in February to Croatia and I was broke, so I work a lot in a eco village. It was so funny. But now I have a feeling with traveling and I love it. So,
Oh, you got the traveling bug. So he's doing the Camino de Santiago.
yeah.
Like many of you there, you get the traveling bug on the Camino. So Nelson is right here. Well, we just met on the path, and like I said many times in the program, you walk and you meet people for a while, and then you continue. So Nelson, why are you doing the Camino?
Oh, just for me to answer my questions, and I don't succeed now, so I will see.
You will see at the end.
If it's possible. But yeah, meet a lot of people too and understand from over I don't know, city and
Right, different places.
Yeah, different places and people. So like this.
Well, stay with us here on BDE Travels. We're enjoying the Camino de Santiago. This is the town of Chozas de Abajo, a very small municipality in the province of Leon. The church in town has a very peculiar and interesting bell tower. It has a more modern look to it compared to what we have seen in the past. White streets and clay architecture distinguishes this town from many others. Well, folks, I was chatting with Nelson back there. He wanted to stay on one of the fountains and kind of almost missed the turn. We kept on going straight, and then one lady goes, "Oh, Camino that way." So now I'm back on the Camino. We were just chatting along and talking, you know, having a good time here in the Camino de Santiago, like always. And he was telling me about his family and all that. So it was nice to see him. So Nelson, if you see this video later in the future, it was nice talking to you. Right now we're in Chozas de Abajo in El Camino, and not much life like any other town, pretty much. But this one's a little bit more, if you say it has more houses. So after some time on the plains, we just come across now, and as you can see all around me now, pretty much just an urban area, a lot of houses. There's a small church with a very peculiar bell back there. So that's it. There's a sign coming up ahead that a lot of people take a photograph of, so we'll take a look at it and we'll stay here on the Camino de Santiago. Well, leaving Chozas de Abajo, even though it's more of a countryside, the alternative route, you do get one stretch that it's on a main road. I mean, it's not bad because there are not many cars transiting back and forth from the two towns. So it's doable. And if I were to do the Camino and I have some time, I would not do the regular route, which is right next to the main road to Villa del Paramo. I will stay on the alternative route. It's a lot calm, much better views. There's actually a bar open when you get to Chozas Abajo. I think that was the only bar that was open at that time in the morning. So if you leave Leon early in the morning, I think the best choice will be to do the alternative route instead of continuing along the road, the main road, which sometimes could be dangerous. It's loud. And if it's not raining, I'll stick to the alternative route. It's 10 kilometers extra. So that's one thing you have to think about. But I don't mind doing today the 10 extra kilometers. And I feel great. And it's a beautiful day, so I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. We're in the Camino de Santiago. Well, folks, we're coming over the next town. What you see right next to me, right behind me, those were places where they would have pigeons. I was just talking to a local, and he said that about 100 years ago, people used to eat the pigeons and the eggs. So they would build these kind of houses for the pigeons. So, you know, they will have eggs and they will have meat. So very interesting. And I just found out also from that same person that many of these towns, they have a very dry season. Therefore, that's why you have that structure that looks like a flying saucer in the middle. That's actually, they pump the water up. It's a water reservoir for the whole town. So very interesting things to know. Once you get the chance to talk to the locals, we're approaching Villar de Mazarife, which is the next town. And the next town will be Hospital de Orbigo. So stay with us here on BDE Travels. Well, in this town, very interesting. They got two albergues. One San Antonio de Padua, which is what we saw in there, and then one's Albergue Pepe. They have another albergue also, so I'm counting 3 albergues so far. San Antonio de Padua was actually closed. Albergue Pepe was actually open. So I will keep on going. We're in the Villamar de Mazarife on the Camino de Santiago, here on BDE Travels.
At this point of the alternate route, you can choose to make a right turn and join the other route, which will take you to Villandangos de Parano.
It's been a long day now, but it's been beautiful. It's been real beautiful. I really enjoyed it today. So we'll close it up once we get to Hospital de Orbigo, right next to the bridge and everything. So we'll give you an update when we get there. We're entering Hospital de Orbigo. And this town in particular, it's very interesting because it has a very peculiar bridge with a history. I'm going to tell you about the history in a few minutes. We're going to walk and go across the bridge.
El Paso Honorable Bridge, or the Honorable Bridge, located in the town of Hospital de Orbigo in Leon, is one of the longest bridges of the Way of St. James that crosses the Orbigo River. It has 20 arch-shaped spans of different types with lightning small arches in one of the central sections. It is believed that the Romans built here a bridge that was part of the Via Aquitania that connected Asturgia, Astorga, with Tarraco, Tarragona, and served to transport the gold from Las Médulas through Hispania. In the year 1434, a knight named Suero de Quiñones requested a permission to the king Juan II to hold a tournament. Mrs. Suero was in love with Miss Leonor de Tovar, and to win her admiration, he challenged all the knights who dared to come and fight on the Bridge Orbigo, promising to prune 300 lances. The tournament was held in July, lasting 30 days. Nowadays, the town commemorates this joust with medieval festivities during the month of June, and from the Honorable Bridge Bridge in Hospital de Orbigo, we say goodbye to this episode and invite you to continue with us here in the Camino de Santiago. In our next episode, we leave the town of Hospital de Orbigo early in the morning. We say goodbye to the Church of San Juan Bautista, and we have to make a choice between turning left or turning right. We come across the town of Santibáñez de Valdeiglesias. There we stop and we say hi to one of the locals. We come across very strange things, and we reach the town of San Justo de la Vega. Finally, we reach the town of Astorga. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel as we continue here in the Camino de Santiago here with BDE Travels.